Hi guys, this is Nimit and this is Jamie. We are TMEs from Symmetry Electronics, and today we are going to work with the nRF51822 Bluetooth Smart Beacon Kit from Nordic. Okay, so after we unbox the kit, this is what we basically get with the kit. We have the beacon, which is the hardware part of it, and we have a coin cell battery which is DL1632, which can be inserted into the beacon. Now this beacon kit is basically a reference design to enable all the budding engineers to explore all the different possibilities and options they can have for working with the beacon kit. So this is all the hardware that you get with the kit. Now if you see, this is the beacon. The beacon has a programming interface which can be used for programming and debugging of the beacon kit. This beacon also has 10 GPIOs. These are very small, so I'm pretty sure they won't be visible, but you can still see them on the presentation slide. There are 10 GPIOs on it. You see these two switches. One of them is SW1 and the other one is SW2. What these switches will basically do is that they will help you in switching between the functionalities of the beacon. So the chip, the nRF51822 chip from Nordic, is actually this black mole area is the chip, and then we have various LEDs on it to provide more functionalities. This is all about the hardware. All of the software tools to run this beacon kit can be downloaded from the Nordic website in the download section. So apart from the hardware and the software, there is one more thing that we need, and we need an app, and that app can be downloaded for an iOS or an Android market. It is free of download and it can be downloaded on any smartphone. So let me explain you a little about how the app should be run. So once you have downloaded the app, tap on the app. We see two tabs at the bottom. One of them says beacon and the other one says update. Now before I explain this, let me tell you there are two ways to configure the beacon. One of them is the DFU mode and the other one is the config mode. The DFU mode will basically let you modify sophisticated functionalities of a beacon in an advertising package, let's say, and the update tab will basically let you update only a few of the parameters, not necessarily all the sophisticated parameters as the DFU mode would let you do it. So the update mode will primarily be used to update or modify any of the parameters associated with the beacon. So once we go to the update tab, we see there are a lot of different values. We have UUIDs, we have major, we have minor, we have RSSI, manufacturing ID, advertising interval, and LED enable. These are all the parameters that are associated with the advertising parameters of the beacon. UUID is nothing but it's an identifier, and for our beacon app we have 4 UUIDs, which basically say that you can run 4 beacon kits at the same time. The major and the minor values will just let you micro-locate your beacon kit using this app. And RSSI is nothing but your receive signal strength indicator. So, alright, so let me plug in the battery into the beacon kit. And since we have the LED running, which basically means that the beacon kit is powered. Now in the update tab, we go and we press on the tab called connect. Now, like I said, this update tab is used to modify parameters. So now my phone is going to scan for beacon in the vicinity. This beacon has not been set in a configuration mode, and to set that I would have to press this little small button that you see called SW2. I'm going to press it with my pen since the button is pretty small. I think my BLE may be off. Yeah, my Bluetooth is off. Okay, so as soon as I press the SW2 button, I see beacon configuration tab. Press on it. I see all of these values coming in instantaneously. All these values that you see here are associated with the beacon kit, and they come in from the advertising parameters. You see the UUID value being assigned, the major value being assigned, the minor, the RSSI. These are all random values which are associated with the beacon. We we at the moment do not have to change or modify any of the parameters. This was just to show you how the update tab would work. So let's disconnect and let's actually go to the beacon tab, where we can actually scan for beacons, add them, connect them, and then actually try out the different functionalities that have been provided by this app and by the beacon kit. So we do the same process. We press on the tab, add Nordic Beacon. Now we go to connect and we press the SW2 button. This button is a little small, so let me try to get hold of it. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, so yeah, so we see the beacon being scanned up by the phone. We see all the parameters that have been assigned by the beacon, and let me tell you, these parameters would be the same as the one you saw on the update tab. If we had modified any of the parameters in the update tab, those changes would be reflected down here. All of these changes are perfectly fine, so which basically means that our phone has been connected and has added this beacon to it. We can go ahead and press the tab done, and so now basically we can actually explore the functionalities which have been provided to us by the app and by the beacon kit. You can easily see here that we are already connected to the beacon. We have all the values assigned. Now let me tell you, there are 4 functionalities which you could actually perform with this kit. We see here 4 events: at the beacon, near the beacon, out of range, and in range, which basically means that these are the 4 different ways you could actually track your beacon. Let's try it out by saying we want to test for at beacon. All right. Now you can again perform a few actions. So an action that could be performed in this case would be, according to our app, let's say you want to pop up Mona Lisa's photo, or let's say somebody wants to open a website or play an alarm or music, and this could be explored and taken to a whole different dimension. These are just some examples from the app. People could make apps and come up with their own experiments. So for our case, we say we will pop up the photo and let's just run it. I will keep the beacon on my phone, and you see, so as soon as the beacon was next to the phone, we see an event happening, an action was triggered. So this is all the basics about the beacon kit functionality. Like I said, I mean, you have only 4 events, but these 4 events could be expanded and taken to a whole new dimension. We have just 3 actions to be triggered, but like I said, you could use these actions and trigger it and come up with your own custom applications which could do wonders for people. So yeah, this is all about the beacon kit. Okay, so now that we have actually paired our beacon with the phone, we can actually run a cool demonstration with this. What we will do now is that we will implant our beacon on that RC helicopter, and we're going to fly it with a remote. And then we are going to track the movement of the helicopter via the beacon through our iPhone app.
Right, let's go ahead and attach that.
Great, it's time to have some fun. Alright, so now we have actually placed the helicopter within centimeter range of the phone, and that is why it shows at beacon range. We are going to fly off the helicopter, and using our phone we are going to track the location. So the helicopter is flying, and you see the value changing from at beacon to near, which basically means that, and the value changes to far, and those are the values which you can see on the iPhone: at beacon, near, and far. There is one other value which is unknown, and unknown will generally appear depending on the environment you are working in, and right now it's pretty windy here. So that is the Nordic nRF51822 beacon kit, and you can buy it with all other Nordic products through Symmetry Electronics or online at semiconductorstore.com. Thank you. Wow!